This guy ran into the back of a tractor trailer, and by the time I got on scene, he was pinned down from the waist and he couldn't get out, and he was screaming and asking for help. And in the meantime, me trying to help him, understanding I wasn't gonna be able to get him out, it caught on fire. I went back to grab my fire extinguisher, and I went back to try to put the fire out, and I couldn't put the fire out. And I watched this guy burn to death in front of me, screaming, asking me for help, and I could not help him. So that brought me back in 2016 to that moment, you know, and this is 2007 that happened, so. Yeah. My name is Michael McSellers. I'm a board member of H.E.L.P. Our organization mission is to bring awareness to PTS and law enforcement, to break the stigma with PTS and law enforcement, and collect data, provide resources for families in regards to law enforcement suicide. 5 girls, they just graduated high school. Maybe 4 hours later after graduation, the first officer trooped on scene, and out of the 5, 3 of them got ejected. They were deceased when I arrived, and the other 2 were still in the vehicle. And the scene was just chaotic and just devastating. And one day I was cutting my son's hair, and I nicked him, and the smell of blood made me sick, and it took me right back to that scene. And at that time, I didn't know what that was. I didn't understand that that was post-traumatic stress, you know, and because of my own struggle with PTS that I dealt with my family and my profession, really made me become more aware of the trauma that we're exposed to. We can't be satisfied until we invest more into the officers and their family and their mental health. The future of our law enforcement, like what does that look like if we don't do something about it? One day, you know, I may have a family member that decide to take on this profession, or a friend. What does that look like for them? What type of future we want them to have in this profession? Last year around this time, we had 50 law enforcement officers commit suicide, and this year we're already at 60. We're above that now, so it's even more important to continue to bring awareness to this and get the information out there, so other officers can understand that, you know what, they're not alone. They're not only one struggling. You know, they don't have to struggle in silence. That there is hope and there is help, and so that's why it's very important for me, the organization H.E.L.P, and what we're doing in regards to helping the families as well who's suffering through the trauma.